What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm actually sitting down and doing my own nails for a change. It feels like absolutely ages since I have done them, so I thought I would share with you how I created this really easy set of Aztec nails, complete with some encapsulated glitter and a Swarovski crystal cluster. So this set was super simple and I actually really loved how it turned out. So if you guys would like to see how I completed this set from start to finish, then just keep on watching. So now that we have all the boring stuff out of the way, let's get on with this nail design. So I'm starting with my middle finger, which is my glitter tip nail. So as you can see, I'm just basically working on the nail bed area. So I just basically make sure everything is nice and fine at the cuticle area, and then I have a nice little ledge at the bottom and everything is in line with the tip of my extension. And then I will go ahead and just make sure everything is nice and in shape, and then I flash cure that for around about 15 seconds just so it doesn't go anywhere while I move on. And as you can see, I'm now using that exact same gel and I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of the nails. I did use the clear to fill in my ring finger because at first I wanted to do a glass tip nail and then I changed it as I went on. So this is the nails once I have gone ahead and applied the first layer. So off camera I went ahead and applied a second layer to all of those nails, and here is the nails once they are all buffed and refined and I'm ready to go ahead with my nail art. So now, starting with the middle finger again, I'm going in with one coat of Kiki London's Cake Pop, and this is an absolutely beautiful pastel pink shade and it is amazing to work with. I absolutely love all of the Kiki London polishes, so cheap and really great quality. So I'm just basically just refining that with my little brush, making sure everything is nice and neat. And then I go in with Smileys glitter store. This is the Carnation set. In it you get this really nice iridescent pink mix, and you also get a white iridescent one that has little tiny pieces of silver in it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the bottom of the nail and then slightly blend those two colours together, and they are absolutely beautiful and I really am so happy that I went ahead and got this set. So for my pointed finger, I'm going in first with 2 coats of Pro Gel's Clean Linen. This is a really nice off-white colour, and surprisingly these polishes smell amazing. So I'm first going in with my first layer, making sure it's nice and thin, and then I cure that for 30 seconds, and then I go in and do the exact same with my second layer. And then because I decided that it needed a little bit extra, for the ring finger I went in with some No Wipe Gel top coat, and then I added some of these little iridescent dots that I got in the Glitter Stella advent calendar. This was for the 5th day and they were gorgeous. So I'm just adding a few of these to that wet gel, and then I went ahead again and cured that for 60 seconds. And then for my ring finger, the base colour that I'm using today is Lilac Longin, also by Kiki London, and this one is a beautiful purple shade. So I'm just applying again 2 coats of this, curing each for 30 seconds. And finally, for my thumb and also my pinky, I'm going in with 2 coats of Kiki London's Cotton Candy. So again, 2 coats of this, curing each for 30 seconds. And here is what my nails look like once I have applied the base to all of the nails. So I'm now ready to go in and start putting on the nail art. So before I go ahead and start adding anything, I did want to go in and just make sure I encapsulated that ring finger, just so if I bumped it, none of that glitter would come off or anything like that. So for that, I'm using again Denato's from their master range. It's their soft clear, and I just first applied a really nice thin layer of that to cover that glitter, and then I went in with a slightly thicker bead just to fully encapsulate that nail, and it just makes it a little bit easier and means I get less bubbles. So I just play around around with that until I'm happy and have an even nail and the application is even from the whole tip. And then again, I pop that into my LED light for 60 seconds to fully cure that nail. And then for the rest of the nails, I went in with another layer of Halo Nails No Wipe Gel top coat just to seal in my base colours. So now that I have my base prepared, I'm now going to go ahead and start working on the nail art. So starting with the pointer finger, which is my Aztec nail, I'm first starting with a line going directly down that nail. I just basically draw a really thin line until I'm happy with the shape, and then I go in again and just tidy up that line, make sure it's not as thick as I would like, and then I flash cure that, so when I go on to the next part and I need to remove anything, that part is safe. So then I'm going to be doing a sort of chevron design starting at the side of the nail. So I'm going to be doing 2 stripes coming from each side, and they are going to join to make like a chevron in the middle. So I'm not going to lie, this one took me a little bit of a while because I'm just getting used to starting to do like freehand line work, and I'm not very steady when it comes to like my hands. They shake all the time, so it does take me a little bit of a while, but I just wanted to leave in what I do as I go along. So if I do make a mistake, I will go ahead and dip my little tiny gel brush into some isopropyl alcohol, and I will go ahead and just tidy up those lines until they're the shape that I would like. And again, I'm always flash curing, so anything that I've done that I am happy with, I flash cure it to keep it in place before I move on to the next part. And then to finish off the sort of base for this design, as you can see, I'm drawing a sort of chevron at the bottom, leaving the sides so I can add a little bit of colour. And then I'm going in with those same gel polishes that I used for my base colours. So for the middle chevron, I'm using Lilac Longing, and I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 coat of that, making sure everything is covered. And again, I will flash cure that before I move on to the next colour. So I have had a few of you ladies ask me for some advice on drawing lines and things like that, and I am definitely not a pro at it. What I would say is just don't stress yourself too much. Just take your time, and if like me you have an unsteady hand, just make sure you've got your hand on something and you're supporting it, and that way the shake won't be as bad. And then you could also just go in and tidy up as you're going along, and that's the handy thing with these gels, is it's just super easy to just take away your mistake and go in and do it again until you're happy. And then as you can see, I went ahead and used Cake Pop to colour in that chevron at the top, and I used Cotton Candy to colour in the little borders that I created at the sides. And then I fully cured that nail, and I'm now going in with Indigo Nails Sugar Effect Gel, and I'm going to be adding sort of little swirls in that little chevron at the top. Again, completely optional, you could just leave this, but I wanted to add something a little bit different than just lines, so I went with these tiny little swirls. So I just filled in that whole chevron with those little swirls, and again I popped that into my LED light for 60 seconds. But if you were wanting to do a design like this and you wanted to leave out the swirls, you could absolutely just add little lines or even tinier little chevrons inside. There's so many ways that you could create your own sort of little patterns as you go along, and I always find it's easier to add as you're doing it, if that makes any sense. And it just, because you can see it up close, it means you're able to see what you're doing and you know where to add little bits. So yeah, you could totally tweak this to however you like. And then as you can see, I'm going in with some of that glitter. So I first used the iridescent pink mixed with some top coat, and then I did the exact same with the silver, and I coloured in that little chevrons at the bottom. And again, when I was happy with that, because it was glitter, I did cure it for 60 seconds just to make sure everything was fully dry. And then I'm going to be adding stripes to the middle chevron, so I basically just added little stripes going all the way along on both sides. And as you can see, what I basically do is just map out my lines, and when I'm happy with them, I will cure that part of the nail, and then I will go in again and just tidy them up and make them as thick as I would like, and then I fully cured that nail. And then for the middle, because I thought that was a little bit weird at the bottom where all the lines joined, I just went ahead and coloured in the whole part of that black just to make a tiny little triangle in the middle. For the ring finger, this one is super simple. I'm just drawing some curved lines from the top of the cuticle area right down to that tip on both sides of that nail, and then I cured that, and then I switched over to my white sugar effect gel, and I'm going to be filling that whole sort of little shape that I made in white. And then when I had filled that in, as I was going, I was just tidying up those black lines again just to make sure everything was nice and even and the lines matched on each side. And then I popped that into my LED light again for 60 seconds. And then I went ahead and added another layer of that Halo Nails No Wipe Gel top coat, just so I had something to adhere those little iridescent dots. And I basically just added these. There was absolutely no rhyme or reason to what I was doing. I just wanted to fill in that white part with those little dots. So I added some of the larger ones to fill in, obviously, the larger spaces. And then as I went down and everything got smaller, I just switched over to the tinier dots and completely filled in that whole part of that nail. And then when I had did that, because let's face it, it took me absolutely ages to get all those little dots in place, I did go ahead and fully cure that nail for 60 seconds again. So guys, since this video was so long already, I had to take out a few parts. So off camera, I did go ahead and encapsulate that ring finger with some clear builder gel in a bottle from the Easy Trial Build Kit. And I also encapsulated the pointer finger as well. And this is what the nails look like once I have gone ahead and filed and buffed everything into shape. And as you can see, I've also went ahead and added a Swarovski crystal cluster and some little pearls as well, just to tie in that ring finger with the rest of the design, bringing a little bit of purple into that nail as well. And then now I'm going in with Nail Nails Mega Gloss, couldn't get that out there, gel sealer, just to seal in my design and really give it a nice shine, because as you guys know, this is my favourite top coat. It is super shiny and I just love it. It's amazing. It's always sold out, so if you could get it, I definitely would probably buy 2 bottles. It's just that good. So I'm basically just going to go ahead and add this to all of the nails, and then I pop them into my LED light for 60 seconds. And then, as always, my last and final steps was to go ahead and wash my hands, sanitize my nails, and then I'm now going in with my Cuticle Oil, and I'm just applying some of this Cuticle Oil in pomegranate. It smells amazing, so I'm just applying this to all of my nails and really working that into the skin. And finally guys, this is what my design looks like once everything is done, and I must admit my favourite part of the whole set was that middle finger. I am so in love with the combination of that Smileys Glitter Store Carnation set and also the Glitter Stella dots. They just complement each other so well, and I really hope you guys enjoyed my take on this Aztec design. And remember guys, if you're interested in any of the products that I have used in today's video, I will go ahead and leave the exact names and the links to where you could find them linked down in the description box to make it easier for you guys. So to finish off today's video, if you did enjoy my Aztec design today, please give me a thumbs up, I would totally appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't already, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notifications bell to be updated anytime I upload a new video. And as always, thank you so much for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!